This level has given me more pain than High Road and Road to Nowhere has given me. And it continues. Yep, okay. First things first, you might notice my life count is very low. No, I did not die that many times. This is the next day I had to turn off my console. And the reason is because I had recorded this level last night. And what happened was I didn't get the gem, but the second and final Cortex key is inside this level. I got the key and saved. Everything was just fine. But the Dazzle lost half of my recording. The half that was lost was me getting the key. So I went to my practice file, which I hadn't gotten the key yet, and I recorded me getting it. Now, I keep on screwing up in certain spots of this level for certain things that cause me to have to reset the game. This is more of a power supply issue. I'm having power fluctuations. And I get lucky that my console doesn't get wiped, that's for sure. Anyway, you might notice that Jaws of Darkness is much, much similar to the Temple Ruins level back on Wampa Island. Yes, the islands have names. And before I continue, there would be a Cortex head inside this box right here. I will point out where the Cortex heads are and the Tawana heads. You'll find that a lot of the levels... Tawana head in this one. You'll find that a lot of the levels have a complementary one to it, so... That's how it is with all Crash Bandicoot games. I almost fell right there. Another thing I should mention about Jaws of Darkness, though, you need the blue gem to get the clear gem for this level. So, make sure you go back to the Toxic Waste and get the blue gem if you haven't gotten it yet. So, whee! Now begins a fun spot where, if we didn't have it, we just go straight and we literally just end up where we need to go. Anyway, let's keep going. Snake. I don't like jumping on that snake, but I have no other choice. Okay. Slow and steady, Roxas. Slow and steady. Oh, I'm not gonna grab the third Aku Aku mask. This stems... I feel like I run faster when I'm fully powered up, and that triggers some bad memories for me when doing precision platforming and being able to run fast. Where does this stem from, you might be wondering? Why, from Sonic 2, of course! Sky Fortress. I believe it was called Sky Fortress. When you have Supersonic. Oh, the fun I had with that. I wonder when I'm gonna do the 2D Sonic series. I can't connect my Sega Genesis to the TV, to the Dazzle, or anything, because my Sega Genesis is a launch one! My cousin gave it to me. I was not alive for the launch of the mighty Sega Genesis. It does what Nintendo don't. But it still works perfectly. I love it to death. And so does my sister. My cousin gave it to us after he'd gotten a PlayStation 1. And, ironically, he got Crash Team Racing, which was the first ever Crash Bandicoot game I ever got. I never had played I had said before, I'd never played Crash Bandicoot. I never owned it when I owned a PlayStation 1. And I owned Crash 2 and 3 later on. I didn't play Crash 3. Okay, first things first. Jump on this snake. Do not hit it. Because right in here, there is another Cortex head. Come on. There we go. So make sure you don't hit the snake, because he'll hit the TNT box and he'll end up causing the Cortex head to go flying to oblivion. Anyway, the first experience I ever had with one of the Crash Bandicoot games that were the platformer ones was Crash Bandicoot Warped. And not the full game, it was a demo, a little thing that Pizza Hut was doing back in the 90s. That they had a disc that had a bunch of demos on it. I remember the demos were, I believe, Resident Evil 1 or 2? Medieval, which I can't wait to do. I'm gonna probably do that one, like, later on. I cannot wait to do Medieval. It always interested me as a kid, and I had never played more than the demo. Crash Bandicoot Warped was another one of them. And finally, Resident Evil. There was some, like, what would I call it? It was like a sports game. It was a Pizza Hut thing, which I always found interesting. And I don't know. I'm just rambling. Anyway, level's done. And son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! I did the level. I don't care. I'm gonna go back and get the goddamn boss. God